Everybody, can I post an image? Let me see. Uh, ah, choose an image. Media. Wow. Hello, Mary Beth. Hello, everybody. Do you know? Do you know with who I was today? Looks cold. Yes, -3. -3. So really cold. No, not at all. Not at all. Mbappe. No, I wasn't in Doha. No, let me tell you. Let me tell you. I was doing my visit this morning in Montmartre. So I was with a group with American people from Chicago, and during the tour we had a special guest, and I'm going to put that on Instagram, so you will see on the Facebook, on my Facebook page tonight, and on Instagram too. So let me try to help you. Let me give you some tip. Well, it's me who gives you tips before you give to me. So um, let's say he's a boy, okay? He's a boy. He's an actor. He's acting in a very, very famous movie, well, which is a group of movie. There is couples of this movie. He's linked with a train. He's linked with a bus. He goes to a school. Mm, he has got kind of a magical stick. He was amazing. So do you see he has got a scarf? Yes, absolutely. Radcliffe. I was with Harry Potter, Daniel Radcliffe this morning, and I made a selfie with him. And my guests during the tour, they all stopped. We stopped the tour, in fact. They all made pictures with him. You know, he was with their, I don't know, there was a camera, TV. I mean, there was many people. He was dressed in his Harry Potter suit, and he was in Montmartre this morning. So I don't know if it's for a TV show or for exactly what it is. So he was very nice and very simple person. So I just say, can I make a pictures with you? And he said, yes, please. So I don't know if he was, he was. I told him I'm Patrick, the guy from Heygo. He said, oh my God, I'm so happy that I can make a pictures with you. So I said, okay. If you want to make a selfie with me, Daniel, it's okay. But usually I don't let people do that. But for you, I will let you do that. So if you check my Instagram tonight or my Facebook page, you will see me and Daniel Radcliffe. That was funny because I don't think I forgot to put on the media app, so I can't add it. I just check in my other phone in case the image has been transferred to the other phone, but I'm not really. Let me see if it by chance went to the other phone. I could at least show you to the other phone, but I'm not sure. I don't think it has been transferred. Oh yes, it has been transferred. Oh. So let's see. Look. I just need to turn. How can I do that? Okay, so I just put that phone here. I just turn my camera and I just show you my other phone. He must be cold because it was he was wearing a shirt and a suit and his brown jacket with his his scarf, and he was like walking like that in the street, and he's quite small comparing to me. It doesn't look at the pictures, but because I was just didn't want to be bad, so I just want to just try to go a little bit lower and to make such a big difference of size. Anyway, so we are in Montmartre. You're not here for my story with Harry Potter. So we are in Montmartre, and we're going to discover today Montmartre by night, of course, the Christmas market of Montmartre. And that, as I'm a good person, as I love you a lot, I'm not going only to show you the Christmas market, because the Christmas market, like all the Christmas market in Paris, are quite small. And so we are not going to stay half an hour in the Christmas market. We are going to walk a little bit up uh, to the end of the street to be able to see a little bit the Basilica and the Tertre Square and that kind of things. But first, we are walking to the market in the streets of Montmartre. That shop is beautiful. It has got, the Art Nouveau light, where they are copy, okay? They are not original dome, but it's quite nice. And there's also a nice shop in this street where they have got the traditional, the French beret, how you call it? Beret, or beret, I don't know how you call that. And when you buy in the touristic shop, you buy €5, but that's not real one, okay? And here you've got some real beret, and it's a producer, so it's called Loher, pardon. He's producing beret, which are a quality beret, and these beret that you see here are costing not €5, but they're costing 10 times more. They are costing €49. So you see, but they're real one, and they're really good. And you see, they are made with the little inside with a French made, and it's really nice. Beret. So you see, that's a shop in Montmartre when you can come if you really want a real one, which is made in the southwest of France, in next to the Basque Country area, and they really have got a beautiful quality beret, not the one you buy at €5 in the touristic shop. Beer, like the animals, like the Chicago beer. Your dad wore a beret, Beverly. Yeah, yes. Usually the people wear that, especially in France, but this is not from Paris, of course, even though you always imagine the Parisian with it. This is coming from the southwest of France. And so the southwest of France, they were quite at every age. And then after that, it was a kind of a cap for the men, when they were getting bold. So like that, they could get a little beret to be able to stop the heat. I mean the cold, and to keep the head to keep the head warm. Yeah, no beer like the grizzly. No, just the Chicago beers from the NFL. So we are in Place des Abbesses, and that's where the Christmas market of Montmartre is located. Place des Abbesses, that's where you've got, well, the garden is closed because it's late here. It's already night, of course, and the garden is closed, but that's in this garden that you've got the I Love You wall. So that's where you can see the wall where it's written I love you in all the language on earth. And so it's, and the wall is over there, but you can't see it because it's dark. You see, but the wall is here. You see, that the I love you wall. And written I love you, je t'aime, ich liebe dich, te quiero, in all. So people come in front of it, and usually they make a selfie or something like that, trying to find their language. Yeah, great. Great Fleur. Yeah, yes, because it's very, it's not historical place, but it's very nice. So yes, it's closed because it's late. We close the garden by 4:30, and also we worry about. Salut François. Hello François. Look, one of my colleagues. Have a great tour. That was one of my colleagues who is doing a private tour guiding. So here we've got the beautiful Abbesse underground station, and as I told you, the Abbesse underground station is absolutely amazing. You see, I pronounce it, especially the American pronunciation, amazing. It's fantastic because this is a complete Art Nouveau. Okay, and this underground station has got all what you can imagine about Art Nouveau. So of course it's an Hector Guimard underground station, and but the difference with the other underground station in Paris, there is not the two post lamp which are usually in the underground station, but there is something even better. There is a glass roof. And this underground station is very rare because we only have got two in Paris with that one, and nowhere else we have been built like that. The other one has been built in many different countries like America, Canada, Mexico, well, lots of countries all around the world, Portugal and whatever. But here in Paris, this is the only two are like that with this glass roof. So they have been built in 1900. Here we are at the line number 12, and we are at the underground station, which is named by the square where we are, meaning Abbesse. And you see, when I do the tour about my Art Nouveau and explain, the other one is in Châtelet. So when I explain you that in my tour, in my Art Nouveau, I always tell you, the calligraphy. You see how it's written Abbesse. It's not written at all like the normal way. And also, I explain you about the animals, which is hidden here. Okay, and I give you all these explanations. So you can come to my Art Nouveau tour, and you will get all this information about these Art Nouveau and Art Deco stuffs in Paris. But I won't be able to show you this one because this one is very rare to find in Paris. And so you have got the chance in this tour to see that one tonight. Okay, $63. So here in Paris, it's 49 if you buy right here. I mean, for the normal one, okay, because they have got more quality, not more quality, but more decorated, if I can say. So that it goes up to 110. And so you see it's located where there is a Christmas market. So of course you've got a little carousel for the kids where they can go in and they can play. And you've got the little shops for the Christmas market. And you've got all the different shops which make the traditional French Christmas market. And as the origin of the market is always from the east of France, you always have got a shop which is selling the bretzel and the flame baguette. So the bretzel and the flame baguette are coming especially from the east, from Strasbourg and other places. And this is not at all like the one you've got in America, in Pennsylvania. I remember when I was there, I was so in love with your pretzel, okay? But you've got pretzel and bretzel. And myself, I'm not a big fan of the bretzel because it's very hard. But I was such a fan about the pretzel when I was in the Philadelphia the market by the bus station. That was absolutely fantastic. Oh, because Cindy, just because he only did just a couple in Paris. That's why it's very rare. It's not because they have been destroyed, but most of them have been only done in a couple of locations. Oh no, yes, they were stuff. I bought, with the to the lot of places which are doing the pretzel. They are Amish, and that was so fantastic. First, when I was in the market, I look at the Amish, and I thought it was like if somebody wear a traditional suit for tourists. But then I realized, no, no, not at all. They were really like that in the market. Seems like you would want to protect steps from rain and being slippery. Yes, yes, yes. That's absolutely true what you say. You see, because as you said, the entrance of the underground, which is here, it's like that. So it's not completely protected from the rain because it's just a roof. So with the wind, of course, the rains go into the staircase, into the steps, so it's not completely protected, but it's It's quite protected. You see that the entrance, and that one is the deepest underground station in Paris. I just advise you, if once you come to Abbesse, please take the elevators. A part of that, you are going to have more than 200 steps to go from the underground to the outside. They would have whole roof. Well, I mean, no. At the origin, there was only a couple of underground stations who have the roof, because Guimard proposed to the city of Paris different design. One of these design was that one with roof. The other one is the one with the lamp post. And the one that the city of Paris ordered the most are the one with the lamp post. So that's why it's just a decision of the buyers of the city of Paris. Sorry, I carry on my visit of the market. So here, of course, you've got some crepe, hot wine, hot chocolate. So everything's to be able to make you warm and to keep you warm. Here they are proposing you some champagne, you see, and if you want to get some bottle of champagne, you've got the bottle of champagne here, and you've got some little sausages to test them, because all these booths, of course, are making testing before you come. Here they are taking from the south of from the southwest of France raclette and sausage. So you see they are preparing the big bowls, all the sausages. You see she's turning the sausages, and in the other big pan, you've got the melted cheese. Here you've got oysters, which of course are not from Paris, but don't forget Paris received all the farming and fishing products one day earlier than everywhere in France, because everything comes to the central market of Paris before going back to the local market. So it means the people in Paris, we get all the things one day before, and that's really good. So the oysters, when they come here, and they also have the snails. You like the snails, no? All of you like snails, no? Don't you? So here you can get 12 snails for 10 euro. Not bad, no? Mm, mm. Who wants to receive some snails? Mm. Yes, snails are really, really good. And this one Burgundy one, the grey one. I think. Here you've got a place where they are selling jewelries. And that was funny, because the two ladies from Chicago I was this morning, they were yesterday at the same time we were, but we didn't met, in the Christmas market of Notre Dame. And she said, "Oh, I was in the Christmas market of Notre Dame." I said, "Oh, but I was there too." I said, "Really?" I said, "Yes, yes." And she bought a wool scarf that was in the Christmas market in Notre Dame. So that's quite funny to see that she bought a scarf at the place where we were yesterday. And you see, Paris is, of course, a lovely romantic city, sitting on a bench, having a hot wine, and holding your wife by the shoulder, and being in Montmartre. What is the best? Yes, with a skinny Père Noël. Absolutely. Here they are selling some leather products like gloves or cap, and not beret, but cap, like the Peking Blinders cap. You see some more little jewelry. Again, some more scarf. You see, that's all the little booth. Here they are selling jackets, you see. So the real traditional Christmas market, you must go to countryside. If you were with me on Friday, I brought you to the Christmas market of Compiègne, and you've got a lot of things about Christmas decoration or nativity scene and that kind of things that you don't find so much here in Paris. Okay, here in Paris, you find more like food and little present, but you don't find specifically the traditional things. Okay, so what I propose you now that we've seen a bit of the Christmas market, is I bring you a little bit more higher in the mount if you want to see a little bit by night, have more the rest of Montmartre. Do you want to do that with me? Okay, so let's go in the night of Montmartre. Now we've seen the Abbesse Square and we've seen the Christmas market. We're going to pass by the Chestnut Place. Well, this is the ice cream place, but you know, it's not a big success by -3. You don't feel like sitting in a lounge chair and having an ice cream. It's pity because this is for me one of the best ice cream makers in Paris with Bertillon. Of course, Bertillon is a 5 star, and that one has got 4.9 stars. It's called Une Glace à Paris, and they don't have huge choice, but they always have got an incredible taste, and they always make different, very special tests, and it's really, really good. And here you've got a booth for the hot wine, the mulled wine, the glue wine, as they say in Germany and the east of France, the glue wine. And here you see they are selling all the chestnuts. Yes. And there, so that's so good. And we are passing by the beautiful church of Saint-Jean. So this is one of the 2 churches of Montmartre. So this one is Saint-Jean. Let me turn my gimbal for you so that you can see from up to top, from up to bottom. So that church is something very, very specific in Paris, you know, because this church is the first church, not only in Paris, but in France, which has been built in reinforced concrete, you know, and that's very surprising. And you don't see when you look at it, you think, oh, it's a church in brick, but not. If you come close to the church, you see, look here, you see the basement of the church. It's reinforced concrete. You see the cement here, okay? Even and then after that, they decorated the church with bricks, but the bricks are just here to decorate the church. And the church has been built in 1988, so at the same time of the Art Nouveau. So that's why it has got also an Art Nouveau test with the colors of the Art Nouveau and the curves decoration of the Art Nouveau. And inside the church, well, I'm not going to do a tour of the church, but I just show you quickly inside. I don't speak in the church, okay? And you will see it's like a warehouse. Yes, industrial style. You can hear the organ of the church which is playing. So, it's not the church tour today, but as I was here, I just thought that you can see that church has been built in 1988 because from 1860, and the people which were living in the Paris in the right bank, you know, where we have got the opera and the Louvre and Champs-Élysées and things like that. Napoleon III completely destroyed all these old part of Paris, and he rebuilt a new Paris, reurbanized Paris, with all the the new modern building called Haussmannian building, the limestone building. So due to that, the people which were living here, you know, they couldn't have the money to live in Paris, so they moved to the north of Paris, here to Montmartre. And so many people arrive here, more than 10,000 people arrive in Montmartre. So they needed to build a new church for the people from the parish of Montmartre. And so now it's going to be the worst for me. The hardest is going to climb the hill with speaking at the same time, which is, of course, not the easiest things to do. So if sometimes I do a little bit breathe, it's because speaking and walking and climbing at the same time, it's a little bit tough. So we walk up to Montmartre, to the butte, to see a bit Montmartre by night. Yes, I breathe, but I need to take my breath and take. So in Montmartre, there is also very nice shops, you know. Montmartre is not only a place for the Basilica and for the Tertre Square, but there is a lot of little shops which are very creative and which are proposing you, kind of out of the beaten path. You know, here look the old bookshop. You know, it looks like a bit like a maze of books. But don't worry, the shopkeeper knows exactly each book in the shops and where it has been put. Also, a lot of place for the second-hand clothes, and so sometimes you can find very nice stuff for not too expensive. And you see, and also you've got here a shop which is, I don't know if I can say the word to you. You know, it's called merde. You know what merde means in French? And the shop name itself, merde. And yes, poo, but also we say like, oh shit, you know, it's like that. So in fact, they call it merde, you see, and they have got all the products which are written with merde. So a bit strange, no? You know, you want to eat in a cup, something like that. So it's so I don't know exactly if it's very successful, but it's quite original. This is the Relais de la Butte. You know, this Relais de la Butte is a very, very nice restaurant, and it's dating from the 17th century. It was a relais post. You know, the relais post. You had that a lot in, in France and Europe, in England, and America. It's a place where you have horses. So when you are taking the coach, the carriage coach to go from one place to one place, they have to stop to some station, a station post where they were going to change the horses. Okay, and so due to that, we have got some farm or some places with always a restaurant where the people could have a meat or a drink, and during that time they were changing the location for the horses. Relay station. Okay, so a bit the same in French, relais. So now we pass in front of the famous Bateau Lavoir, you know, the place where the artist, I did a tour here, I do a tour here, so I'm not going to, I just show you the things per night, because it's here, and in that location, that Picasso painted the famous Demoiselle d'Avignon, which is the famous painting, which is going to be a revolution in art, which is going to make the people pass from the Impressionist time to the modern art. And that was 1905. And you know, it's easy to know because when you are in Paris, if you go to Louvre Museum, the Louvre is open to exhibition from the minus 9,000 to 1848. And then nothing more after 1848. Then you go to Orsay, and in Orsay you get 1848, 1905, and then nothing more And then after that, you go to Pompidou Center, the Museum of Modern Art. And that's where you see the art from 1905. 1905 is the date when Picasso, in one of these workshops, you see, this is the original workshops, were there with other artists, and he painted this famous painting, which is going to be considered to be the revolution in art. Yes, Le Bateau Lavoir, absolutely. And that was 1905. And this is the artist workshop. Yeah, you see through the window, you can see hundreds with balloon. Okay, and so she passed. So here the connection is pretty bad. Okay, so don't worry if the image is a little bit broken, or if my voice is a little bit broken, because the sound is never very good in that location. But that's we need to pass by here if we want to go to the top of the butte. So sorry for that. You see, that's also what's made Montmartre so incredible. You see, you've got this house which are one floor, two floors, and you can imagine next to that you've got a house which is going to be 5, 6, 7th floor, and all these houses which are in a pretty bad shape. They are still there. People are still living in, and of course, the vulture of the real estate in Paris are just waiting. These houses are collapsing to be able to destroy them and to rebuild big houses. Here we are not French, French adopted. She born in Egypt, and but she was so fantastic, and she has been living in that house from 1962 to 1987, and she has been she was like a Beyonce. Or Madonna in his. Okay, I'm back. I lost the connection as I told you for a couple of seconds, and we are in front of the beautiful Batola. Are you with me? Can you see me? Just tell me if you are with me and if you can see me. Yes, okay, perfect. I just lost the connection for 1 second. So now we are in front of the Bateau Lavoir, which is a famous place where Auguste Renoir, Bateau Lavoir, Moulin de la Galette, where Auguste Renoir painted his famous painting, Le Bal du Moulin de la Galette. And you see here, you have got a real windmill, because Montmartre had up to 25 windmills, which were located all over the Mont, because the windmills were places where we were grinding the wheat that we were farming in Montmartre to make buckwheat flours, and also grinding the grapes from the vineyards to make the wine. You had here in April, so you enjoyed, Bill? And so before, after being a farm, so when the windmills were not in use anymore, the landlord decided to keep the windmills. I turned my camera so like that you can have the full vision of the windmills, you see, and the entrance, called here Le Moulin de la Galette, the mills of the galette. And so the farmer decided to transform his place into a cabaret, and that cabaret has seen all the artists which were living in Montmartre. My camera did the wrong side. All the artists which were living in Montmartre. Just wait the connection is back on my gimbal. Ooh, when it's cold, sometimes you make some mistake with the button, and you see this is details of the painting. You see, and the man here who is dancing, in fact, here it's Paul Cézanne. So this is part of the painting of the Bal du Moulin de la Galette. Here it's Suzanne Valandon, a famous French painter, also a model for Renoir himself. And you see here you've got the restaurant, And inside the restaurant, you've got a copy of the painting, which is here. Okay, the real painting is in Orsay Museum, but here it's a huge copy of the painting to remember the pastime of the Moulin de la Galette. Ah, you had muscle. And we're going to arrive in a couple of seconds into the old village of Montmartre. And the old village of Montmartre is absolutely gorgeous, of course. And it's where we had the artists which were living not in the flea market. They were living in the downhill and middle hill, but they were going to the uphill at the end of the street. You see, the hill is finishing at the end of the street here, and they were living there and not living there. Sorry, they were exhibiting their painting over there. And so they created this flea market because nobody wanted to get them. And here we have got the man in the wall. And that's a very bad traduction from English to French, because, when I say the man in the wall, you think that the man is stuck in the wall, which is in fact just the opposite. The French translation for that is not the man in the wall, it is the man going through the wall, which is completely different. In fact, that is a book character from Marcel Aimé, a French writer, and the man has got the capacity of passing through the walls. And this is the theme of the book, and that book is very famous. We have got movie, theater play, books, comics, cartoons, so many things about that. And when the man died, he was living just by, they decided to put a sculpting in bronze of that. And it has been done, the sculpting, by Jean Marais. So, you see, Montmartre is really good to visit at night. At night, late or early, because there is nobody. So, if you want to be in Montmartre, being like in the underground, with many people, come in the from 10 to 4. But if you want to get Montmartre just for you, just keep it like your secret little Montmartre, come early from 8 to 10, or come late from 5 to 9. And then you will have, like it is right now, you will have Montmartre just for you. So we arrive in the old village. The village is dating from the 13th century, but in fact, nowadays, the village, which was a real village, it's still a real village, but before, all the shop were selling food or clothes, something useful. But now, as it's very touristic, all the shops are selling tourist items and no more food. So you see, all the things have been doing since we walk. If you realize, we haven't seen any shop, okay? The part where I started. So it means if you live in the uphill like we are now, in fact, you have no things for your everyday needs. No food, no clothes, no newspaper, nothing. Okay, you have to go down to the main city. Look for here. Forgot to show you that. You recognize that view here? Not the one way, but the little things which is light up in the back. We are in Montmartre, so we are in a very high place. So nearly as high as the Eiffel Tower, so we can look the Eiffel Tower at least at the second floor of the Eiffel Tower, eyes to eyes. And now we pass in the village. So the village have seen all the artists from Impressionist time being here. Not only, this is a little bus from Montmartre, look. This is a local bus, electric bus, so small. It looks like a hobbit bus. It's very tiny because the streets are very curving and tiny. So you see here, like the restaurant, like here, La Bonne Franquette, it's very famous, Here, it's written here. You see, you can read Here, you see it say Diaz, Pissarro, Sisley, Degas, Cézanne, Toulouse-Lautrec, Renoir, Monet, they all have been here. And you see Van Gogh, the famous Van Gogh, painted La Guinguette here in that restaurant. And that painting nowadays is in Ossé. So you see, this is the village of Montmartre. But as I said now, in the village, you find mainly restaurants on touristic activities. You even have got the chance to have a Starbucks. So you see, the gastronomy is arriving here. And not many people, and for sure, no tourists. If you find tourists in Montmartre, that will be in the completely downhill, where you have got the Moulin Rouge. But a part of that, and you see here the beret are €5, €4 even. You see, €4 for the beret, and 3 for 10. Wow, not exactly the same quality. And kids coming back from school, because you know here people are living here, okay? So it's not only a place for tourists. There is real house and people are living in this house, okay? Of course, it's very touristic, but it's not only for the people to visit, it's also for the people to live in. And here, at that time, there is nobody left, but that's where we've got all the painters during the daytime. This is the Place du Tertre, which is famous for its painters. Ah, Fabrique Torres René, okay. And you see, this is the Place du Tertre, which is absolutely gorgeous. Also illuminated with Christmas illumination. On all the restaurants from the square, all of them are also decorated. Ooh. Some ice. You see, beautiful place, no? La Crémaillère is dating from the one here, 1900. And the one here, La Mère Catherine, is dating from, look, it's written here. You see? Created in 1793. So you see, all the restaurants and all the things around here are very, very old and very authentic, of course. And when you leave that, suddenly you discover, oh, look at that. You discover the Basilica. And that's where we are going to end the tour, at the Basilica. So Basilica is a beautiful church, but quite modern, quite recent, because it has been built in the end of the 19th centuries and it has been blessed in the 20th centuries. So you see, it's recent. It's got a little bit more than 100 years, and it has been built in Montmartre, not as a church for Montmartre, but as a kind of a national basilica, because we had a civil war in Paris. Paris decided to be like Texas, you know. So Paris in 1871, for 2 months, decided to be out of the French government, and it was a free city. And the French government didn't think that was good, so they sent the army, the regular army, which fight with the local National Guard. And of course, the regular army won, but they killed many people. And here you see you've got all the and we arrive at the end of the tour. In just a couple of seconds, we are completely at the top of Montmartre. So you see, from here you see Paris. The landscape you've got from here, this is Paris. What is the tall building with the flashing lights? Oh, that was the big wheel. You know, it's in the amusement park of Tuileries. This is one of the first show I did about Paris Christmas activities, and this is a wheel where you sit inside and it's turning. And now the last view of the tour. It's going to be the Sacré-Cœur by night. Ah, not bad. I know. It's not a bad vision to finish the tour, to be close from God. Very sweet. Thank you, Maribeth. So I'm turning my gimbal for you to have got a complete vision. Okay, here it is. Always beautiful, isn't it? And I'm going to go down a little bit the staircase. So like that, you're going to see Paris and the Basilica. Let me turn my gimbal. So here, you've got a view on Paris. Woo, not bad. Look at that. Paris is just in front of you. In fact, I bring Paris to your feet. Maybe the light. I mean, the big building behind this is Montparnasse Tower. Maybe I got wrong your question. I see now there is a big building with a flashing light at the top. This is Tower Montparnasse, the ugliest building in Paris, to be honest. Yeah, thank you, Maribeth. Yes. And now I turn, and I will finish my tour on that. Woo! The Basilica for you. Yes, my next tour will be a meetup in Vietnam. I don't know where. I haven't programmed it yet, but check the channel. And then when I come back from Vietnam, I bring you if they have finally organized the Christmas market at the Eiffel Tower. I'm just waiting to be sure they are going to organize it. So thank you so much to have been with me. Have a great evening, a great day, a great morning, depends which part of the world you are. And take a great care of yourself. Thank you for your donation, Patricia, and all the other one. Of course, uh, always very well welcome because it's a hard job to be in the street by -3. And so take a great care of yourself. Thank you so much. And have a happy Christmas in case I don't do the meetup before Christmas, but maybe I will do before Christmas. It depends on the connection. I have to find the best connection for the hotel. So, and then I have to set the time because the time is going to be a nightmare to set because I'm going to be 6 hours in advance. So I don't know at what time I have to do it. Maybe in the morning. I don't know. I will check. Will be your evening for once. So take a great care of yourself. Happy Christmas. Merry Christmas. Take care of yourself and see you soon, my friends. Thank you to having with me.